Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Rama
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण everyone. So today is Friday, 6th of October. It is Ashwini Masa, Padmanabha Masa, Krishna Paksham and Ashtami Tithi. So there are no Vaishnavas today. So we shall quickly enter into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Dharani is speaking to Dharma about her lamentation, and she is remembering Krishna's pastimes when Krishna was on the planet, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, to whom all the demigods like Brahma, so many others, they would perform so many austerities and tapasya for his glance, for his mercy, and that Lord is whose lotus feet also worshipped by the goddess of fortune by leaving her lotus pond garden. And Krishna's lotus feet are marked with lotus flower. Yeah, his lotus feet is marked with lotus flower and also thunderbolt and ankusha and dvaja. So these are the four symbols are mentioned. And he is always decorated very beautifully. And when Krishna was present, Mother Earth was so beautifully, she was saying that I was so fortunate to have Krishna on this planet. And now, as soon as I felt it is a great fortune, but Lord left me at that point of time. So likewise, Dharani is also doubting with Krishna's pastimes. And further, so that is ब्रह्मादयो बहुदितं यदपाङ्गमोक्षा कामः तपः समचरन् भगवत्प्रपन्नाः सा श्रीः सुवासम् अरविन्दवनं विहाय यत्पादसौभगमलं भजते अनुरक्त तस्याहम् अब्ज कुलिश अङ्कुश केतुकेतैः श्रीमत्पदैः भगवतः समलं कृताङ्गी त्रीन् अति अरोच उपलभ्य ततो विभूतिं लोकान् समां व्यसृजत् उस्मतीं तदन्ते. Likewise, Dharani was saying. So today further, she is continuing about what Lord has performed when he was present in the world, material world. So when I was feeling with so much of these miscreant kings, they were ruling, and it was so much of burden. So the Lord has appeared, and then he has relieved my burden. And then also in order to establish more dharma, so now you are on only one leg, but when you are also feeling so much of distress, and he has also given relief to you by appearing in the Iduvamsha, and his form was so beautiful. Likewise, Dharani is saying, we are in the first canto, chapter 16, verse number 34. यो वै मम अतिभरम् आसुरवंशराज्ञम् अक्षौहिणी शतम् अपानुदत्त आत्मतन्त्रः त्वां दुःखम् ऊनपदम् आत्मनि पौरुषेण सम्पादयन् यदुषु रम्यम् अबिभ्रद् अङ्गम् यो वै मम अतिभरम्. So your why? So that supreme personality of Godhead. So definitely, Mama Atibharam. So I was burdened with Asarvam Saradhyam. Mama Atibharam Asarvam Saradhyam. Asarvamsa is the unbelievers in the supreme personality of Godhead. Then the atheists. Asarvamsa Radhyam. All these kings. Akshauhini Satam, and they have got so much of military phalanxes, hundreds of divisions. Akshauhini Shatam Apanudatta Atmatantraha. Apanudat, and he has removed all the burden of these things, extirpated. He has removed all these things now. And Atmatantraha, who is self-sufficient. So that is the pastime of Dharani. Yovai mama adibharam asarvam saradhyam apchohini setam apanudatta atmatantraha. And further, Dharani says about dharma. Twam dustam vonapadam atmani paurushena. Twam dustam vonapadam. And when you don't have enough energy in your feet, twam dustam. And also you are put into difficulty and devoid of the strength to stand. Atmani Paurushena, and by dint of his internal potency. So Krishna, Sampadayan, and he has appeared and he has relieved you from by appearing in Yadushu Ramyam Abhibrad Angam, and his body was so beautiful. Ramyam Abhibrad Angam. He has accepted a so here it is mentioned, Abhibrat is accepted. He has come in his own internal potency in his self-same body and in the family of Yadushu. Swam Gustam Vonapadam Atmani Paurushena Sampadayan Yadushu Ramyam Abhibrad Angam. So by appearing in the Yadu family, and also he has relieved your from the distress. And now you are on only one leg. So previously also when you were in distress, and he has come to relieve you. So Yovai Mama Atibharam Asaravam Saradham Akshoni Setam Apamudatta Atmatantraha Twam Dustam Vonapadam Atmani Paurushena Sampadayan Yadushu Ramyam Avibrad Angam. So translation for this verse is, O personality of religion, O Dharma, I was greatly overburdened by the undue military phalanxes arranged by atheistic kings, and I was relieved by the grace of the personality of Godhead. Similarly, you are also in distressed condition, weakened in your standing strength, and thus he also incarnated by his internal energy in the family of the Yadus to relieve you. And purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The asuras want to enjoy a life of sense gratification, even at the cost of others' happiness. In order to fulfill this ambition, the asuras, especially atheistic kings or state executive heads, try to equip themselves with all kinds of deadly weapons to bring about a war in a peaceful society. They have no ambition other than personal aggrandizement. And thus, Mother Earth feels overburdened by such undue increases of military strength. By increase of the Asuric population, those who follow the principles of religion become unhappy, especially the devotees or devas. In such a situation, the personality of Godhead incarnates to vanquish the unwanted asuras and to re-establish the true principles of religion. This was the mission of Lord Sri Krishna, and he fulfilled it. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So here Dharani is remembering how Evam Rupanam Chitibhar Janmanam Akshokinibihi Parivutta Tejasam Vidaya Vairam Swasuno Etanalam Mito Vadena Uparato Niravidaha. So this was mentioned by Sutta Goswami about Krishna. So how he was relieved. He was also Uparato Niravidaha. He was also felt very happy after leaving the burden of Evam Rupanam Chitivar Janmanan. These kings have become so much of burden by Akshobinihi Set Parivutta Tejasam. They have got Asuri kings and they have accumulated so much of soldiers. Vidaya Vairam Swasanoetanalam. And so Krishna, just like a wind blows with a wind blows in the forest, then the bamboo sticks, so they will be um, burnt to ashes just by the fire emanating from the rubbing of those sticks. Likewise, Krishna made in such a way, Mitovadena, they fight, he made in such a plan that they fight among themselves and they kill each other. And then that way, all the burden was reduced. So this is a number of times it is also mentioned Bharavatārayāni bhona vivodhu Sirincha bhuri bharena jato tadbha bhavaditaha. This is Kunti Maharani's prayer also says that, oh my dear Lord, some people think that you have appeared here to reduce the burden of the earth. And also in Arjuna prayers also, he also mentions in a similar kind of prayers. And also he so Arjuna, he was saying that Tatayam Chavatarasya Bho Bharti Shaya Swanam Chanya Bhavanam Anudhanaya Chasapuru. You also relieve the burden of that and then give relief to all your Swanam Cha Ananya Bhavanam who are always devoted to you. So likewise, Arjuna says this thing. And further, Dharani is saying that Paritrānāya sadhūnām vināṣāya titushkritam dharma samsthapanādhāya sambhavāmi yuge yuge. That is also, it is Twam Bhustam Vonapadam Atmani Paurushena Sampadayan Yadushu Ramyan Abibrad Angam. So beautifully, whatever Krishna is mentioning in the Bhagavad Gita, the similar kind of things, Dharani is dovetailing in her pastimes with Krishna when Krishna was appeared. So Tvatpada Ankita Bhati Swalakshana Vilakitaihi. So Krishna's lotus feet, it was on the earth. It was so beautifully appearing, and everyone were very happy. So that is the situation. All everywhere it is the festive seasons. Wherever Krishna is there, so many festivals happen. So likewise, Artava so Pakshme. So Dharani is dovetailing all these pastimes. यो वै मम अतिभरम् आसुरवंशराध्याम् अक्षोणीशतम् अपानुदत्त आत्मतन्त्रः त्वां दुष्टम् वोनपदम् आत्मनि पौरुषेण सम्पादयन् यदुशूरम्यम् अबिभ्रद् अङ्गम्. That is mentioned in Bhagavatam. We shall quickly enter into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is letter to Pradyumna, October 13, 1969, Ketenhurst. Letter is shared. Can I request immediate devotees to read this letter? Shall read this. My dear Pradyumna, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letters dated October 8th and 10th, 1969, and I have noted the contents carefully. I understand from your letter of October 8th that there is a struggle with the Kazi. This obstacle by the Kazi is not new to our Krishna consciousness movement. It was there even during the time of Lord Chaitanya. But we must steadily go on with our activities without caring for these so-called custodians of law. We are the most lawful citizens in the world. But if some demon Kazi gives stumbling to our execution of duties, we cannot abide by such order. I am very glad to learn that some of the Catholic priests are sympathetic with our movement. The government says, in God we trust, and we are preaching the message of love of God, pleading with the people to become servants of God. So where is the cause of breaking the public peace? I am enclosing here with a declaration of our Krishna consciousness movement, which you may present in court if necessary. You depend on Krishna, try to face the charges by your best abilities, and surely Krishna will help you. A similar charge was brought against our men in Philadelphia, and the learned judge found that we are not culprits. Regarding our books, the scholarly way should be followed. That means, as Dr. Radha Krishnan and Bon Maharaja do it, and as Dr. Singh recommends. In all our books and magazines, henceforward, the whole process should be changed. What, whatever is done in the past, forget. Now everything should be revised and presented in the scholarly way. That means throughout Krishna should be spelled Krishna. Vishnu should be spelled Vishnu. And Chaitanya should be spelled Chaitanya, etc. I think this will clear the whole thing and there will be no more Maya impediment. I am sorry the Nectar of Devotion manuscript has not yet reached. This is another ill luck that the post office has not delivered. So whatever you have got, finish it. If the manuscript does not reach, then we will have to rewrite it again. If there is such need, I shall send you the duplicate. If it does reach, however, please inform me immediately. Your idea that our books should be read by scholars is quite appropriate. Without following the diacritic marks according to the scholars, they will think it inefficient. Yes, we want that businessmen, economists, religionists, students, etc. will be all be carrying Bhagavatam and Gita. Yes, do every word of our books meticulously and perfectly accurately transcribed so the most erudite and deep thinking men of the world can enter into the intricacies of meaning in each verse. Your idea is nice. Please help all our literatures in that way, and Krishna will bless you. Never mind what has been done in the past. You follow these principles steadily. Chant Hare Krishna and everything will be all right. There is no question of being frustrated regarding nectar of devotion. Although it has been little procrastinated, things should be done slow but sure. Your questions certainly are not stupid. They are very intelligent questions, and I am just pleased to discuss all these matters threadbare. I quite approve of your way of thinking. So do the work and Krishna will help you. Enclosed herewith is a schedule for my lectures, and one good news is that our temple, which was being checked by the Planning Commission for possession, has now been released, and we are now able to possess it. So our temple at 7 Bari Place is now fixed up. Where is Haigreva and Shamadasi? Please combinedly expedite the printing matter composed by the IBM mission, and let me know of your progress. Please offer my blessings to the other. I hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So beautiful letter. Any comments, devotees on this letter?
Hare Krishna.
Hare
I think what Prabhupada was trying to tell Pradyumna is that not to take notice of the Kazi. They have always been there, but he should concentrate on the Krishna conscious movement and keep our integrity in place instead of there's always going to be disruption in this area, but don't focus on it. Just to move on and focus on the temple in London, I think, and you in improve on the literature. And he mentioned something of nectar of devotion. One shouldn't get upset and disturbed by anything. Just follow this literature and nectar of devotion. Something about that I can't remember. anyway, so he's encouraging him to move on. Don't take notice of the disruption. It's always going to be there. Hare Krishna.
Good. Any other points, devotees? So this letter, so one thing is we should have a legal documents whenever we have, so based on the previous judgments that are favorable to us, so that we would save the time and managing and handling. In another point, Prabhupada mentions all our literatures, so those diacritically it should be stressed so that they can men of the world can enter into intricacies of meaning of in each verse. So this is why when we are studying in the childhood, we have to pronounce the alphabets, either vowels or consonants, as they have been mentioned. That is the otherwise, if we simply without stressing those sounds, then there is no we cannot derive much benefit out of it. So here, Prabhupada is mentioning those things. So otherwise, scholars will think that it is inefficient. Without following the direct marks according to the scholars, they will think it inefficient. So that is also when we pronounce these Sanskrit vibrations, as they have been mentioned, as we have learned in the schools, that would give more benefit unknowingly to us, but it has got its power in it. Yeah, self-sufficient. That is through how we understand Krishna. Through Bhagavan Shabda Gochara. Okay, that is my takeaway points from this. And also just one more point about the nectar of devotion. So it needs to be always, everything must be recorded as Prabhupada is mentioning. And those scriptures needs to be carefully preserved somewhere or other. And whatever the questions are being asking to Srila Prabhupada, so Prabhupada is appreciating them. So through inquisitiveness only, one can come to conclusion that whether they are uh, genuine or not, whether they're um, intelligent or not. Like otherwise, if we just keep it without asking, then we forget at some time we don't get answers. They will not be, and we cannot make the progress on top of it. So that is my takeaway point. Um, that is from to the Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so tomorrow Saturday, and then tomorrow morning after our regular morning, so we have got the Bhagavatam, and afternoon Krishna Club, and evening we have got a Tulasi Katha in our regular Bhagavad Gita session. We have got Tulasi Katha by the Krishna Cave Stars. That's all that takes from me. And dear devotees, if you have got any further updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness or any events, kindly share. Okay, if there are no further updates, then we shall conclude and continue with the japa. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनन्तपूर्वत्नपूर्वकीर्तनकुलप्रोपान् कृष्ण conscious everyone. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण